Well, I'm back. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to attempt to play Doom. And if not, then we can just sit here and talk, and I will give away 3 copies, and that's what we'll do. I Some people are claiming that every time I restart the stream, they're watching a video. I have absolutely no idea why that's happening or how that's happening. That's that's just ridiculous. Basically on my screen, the stream's ready. I'm a little horrified to press any more buttons and then have my entire screen just wig out. I'll post some pictures of what I was dealing with on my Twitter. Um, yeah, it is a blank screen. That's the way I have it set up right now. Thankfully, my donation link in the description is up. Thank God for that, right? Who wouldn't donate after this masterpiece? But we'll talk about it. We have a couple options. If you guys want me to just talk, I can and answer questions. I've done streams before. They've been successful. They've had really great streaming quality. They've ran smoothly. So why today? I have changed locations, but everything, all of the components are the same. All my software, all my setup is the same. So I don't know why it's taking such a fat shit on my forehead. Yeah, I would try to reopen it, and I'd tab, and it wouldn't come back down. I'd try and bring up home page, it wouldn't come down. I'd try to go to Control Alt Delete to bring up a task manager, because I can usually get back to the home page from that, which worked. But when that happened, my entire screen turned into an LSD trip, and I could not get it resolved, and so I had to restart. Am I going to play SPV3 Part 2? Yes, I've actually talked to Masters about that. I'll probably be making some content for SPV3 Part 2. My forehead specifically, yeah. Thank you. It's pretty cool that for 2 hours I've been trying to get this to work, and you guys have stuck with me through it. I started with 30, but we're still at about 25, so that's pretty good. My day job, I'm a real estate agent, and I also work as a painting contractor a little bit during the slow times. My thoughts on Halo Wars 2 are I'm not really interested in Halo Wars 2. Even though I'm a Halo YouTuber, it's still not really something I feel like messing with. It's just not really my thing, I'm just kind of fed up with Halo a little bit, to be honest with you, and I want to make content for it because I know my message is getting heard. I know there's 343 employees that watch my stuff, and I've seen change implemented, a lot of the things I've talked about, which is good. A face reveal one day. My face is out there. My face is out there. Am I ever going to stream Bloodborne? I really like Bloodborne. I don't know if I'll stream it, but it's definitely a good game. I'm horrified to mess with my stream here. Let me try some stuff. Let me see if I can get this to work. Oh shoot. It looks like maybe you can see my desktop here. I'm just fiddling with some settings. Here, I'll try and show you guys a picture of myself. How's that sound? And you guys can see what I look like, the 26 of you. Let me see here. Oh. Da, 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 da. This has turned into a, instead of watching me play video games, which isn't very entertaining anyway, now it's kind of turned into a, let's just hang out, we can talk, I'll give away some copies of Titanfall 2 to you guys. Especially now, since you guys have been so patient. Let's see here. Okay. Alright, so when you follow my page, you are treated... It's just going to show up in the corner of your screen, so zoom in on it. But should be popping up. Bloop. There I am, and that's my girlfriend. So now you all see what I look like. Man, I didn't score. I'm good looking, dude. Ugh. Let's see, we got some photos up in there. That's Halloween. I'm Jim Gordon. She's Harley Quinn, but not the new one. She went classic. And there's a picture of just my face. And that's that. Oh yeah, that YouTube money, that non-existent YouTube money. But speaking of YouTube money, if you go into the description, I made a Patreon a few days ago. I haven't gone public with it. I haven't announced it in a video or anything. But yeah, I made one. I might start talking about it. It's definitely something, if I were to make money, that's how I'd want to do it, with just fan funding, because I don't want to litter my video with a bunch of ads, because I don't want to break the flow of my content, if that makes sense. Is that PewDiePie? You know, he was named the 18th sexiest person in the world recently, so I'll take it as a compliment. How old am I? I am 22 years old. Would I go see a Halo movie? Probably not, honestly. I could imagine what a Halo movie would be like, and I do not think it would be very good. I think the budget you'd need to sell a Halo movie, and not like sell it financially, but to actually like make a convincing Halo movie that's really high quality, it'd be super expensive. You need a guy like James Cameron to direct it, and I don't think they could pull it off. I think it'd be too CGI heavy. It would suck, in my opinion. My favorite Halo YouTuber? Huh. It's a tough question. I definitely like the Act Man. I watch his videos. Me and Act Man, we talk a lot, actually. Almost a few times a week, you know. We're always bouncing ideas off each other, and so I definitely follow him. I don't watch too many Halo YouTubers because there aren't a lot of them. And like, for instance, Ubernick, who I think's a great guy. Like, I wouldn't watch a channel like that because I have no interest in just watching gameplay. And that's not a slight on not a slight on him. That's just for me where I'm at. Watching someone play a game that I don't really care about isn't super interesting, and so watching tips videos isn't interesting to me. Watching gameplay videos isn't interesting to me. Watching lore videos isn't super interesting to me, but I do watch them from time to time just to try and support some of the other guys that are out there. But I'm in the analytical scene. I'm trying to make changes. I'm trying to get things done. So that's where my focus is, and I watch Halo YouTubers that also do that. Yeah, you know what? The GLL situation, it's like part of me thinks the best route is to just let it go, because I know it's completely pointless. He's not going to ever see the error of his ways. He's very frustrating to talk to because sometimes he will just completely defy logic. Like, for instance, I made my first sprint video, right? And tell me if you guys think this is ridiculous. I made my sprint video, and then I came out with my better sprint video, in my opinion, which is the benefits of a no sprint Halo. And he says he won't even acknowledge that video because he claims I changed my argument from sprint to mobility. So, and I don't even know how to counter argue that statement, because it should seem so obviously, stupid that he doesn't associate sprint in the mobility category. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, he's basically like, oh, Favyn changed his entire argument. I didn't change my argument. He says I changed it from sprint to mobility, and they're the same thing. They're the exact same thing. We're talking about GLL, who I just tried to talk to. I extended an olive branch, and I said, hey, man, I think we got a misunderstanding. Let's get together. Let's talk. Send me a PM. And then he made a 40-minute video talking about how I want to debate him, which is fine. I'll debate him. But he makes like a 40-minute video talking about this message that I sent him that I want to debate him. And I just like, dude, I don't understand what you want me to do. It's like, if you think you're right and you think I'm wrong, then I will go on your channel and I will talk to you about this, or I'll talk to you in private and we can discuss it, because you hiding behind your YouTube channel and your computer screen while I'm trying to actually communicate with you, and you just keep making 40-minute videos trying to expose me. It's kind of ridiculous, I don't care if he's lurking. He can make a 40-minute video about this conversation that I just said. Well, the problem is if you recall that initial sprint video I made based on sprint functionality in Halo 4. Halo 5 wasn't even out yet. Okay, so I made it based on Halo 4, and he uses how it functions in Reach as his defense, which is ludicrous because sprint functions in a completely different manner on Reach and has a completely different set of abilities, or a completely different set of issues that comes with it. But it's like, why would I try and attack the Reach version of sprint when it's not even being used anymore? That would be like saying, oh, armor lock sucks. It's like, who cares? It's gone. Why would I try and tell you that armor lock sucks when everybody already knows that and it's gone? So I was talking about Halo 4, and he uses Reach as his argument, and I have a counter argument against sprint in Reach. It's just a different argument. But what he does is he conflates everything into one thing when really sprint functions different from game to game. All right, let's see here. My favorite YouTuber in general, I like Critical Penguin Zero. That's my favorite YouTuber by far. Let's see. Thoughts on Halo Follower? I do not watch Halo Follower. I know I like mobility mechanics in other games. I don't have any issue in sprint and wall running. Like, I love Titanfall 2. That has all of those things. I just don't want it in Halo. I think Halo is very distinct and unique without all of those mechanics. But it's such an illogical argument. I don't know how I will argue him, because he's so obviously wrong. For instance, he doesn't think sprint changes anything. He doesn't think sprint has any effect on the gameplay at all. He just thinks it lets you go faster, and of course that's absolutely absurd to think that sprinting doesn't change how you design your game. Like, to say that you don't have to design your maps around the way you move or vice versa, I have no idea how anyone can think that that's logical at all. But then he'll sit there and say that Jetpack was broken because it vertically destroyed maps, but the concept of sprint horizontally making maps larger in general is baffling to him, and he claims it's because sprint functions great with small maps. That's his argument. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how anyone can think like that. To me, I feel like if I could get anybody to that point, they'd believe me, but he's already there and he still thinks he's right. So I got no idea. Let me see. I'm reading some comments here. Let's see. It's just like, does sprint not make you jump further? Does it not make you get to places faster? So if you have to, if you're trying to space weapons out and you're trying to space weapons based on how fast players can get there, do you not base that around your sprinting speed? Do you not put weapons on the map based on how fast players can sprint there? Do you not time jumps and space jumps based on how far players can go while they're sprinting? If you ignore that aspect of the game, you ruin it. So I have no idea what he's thinking. I have no idea how he's wrapped himself in this illogical bubble. What he did is he strawmanned my argument, where I was trying to explain that sprint wasn't good, and I did make a mistake, and I used an example where the Pit and Valhalla were stretched when they are not stretched. They are almost one-to-one remakes. The Pit is not one-to-one. I did some testing on it. But the truth from Halo 5 is absolutely stretched. So basically what he did is he took that argument and said, oh, this is something that Favyn got wrong. One of the very few things I've ever gotten wrong. And now he's conflated that, and he's built his entire argument about that one example that I got wrong. So that's what I'm dealing with here. And even though I've said, yeah, you're right, but that doesn't discredit all of those other things I've said, then he says, oh, well, I'm not going to take into account that argument because you had to change your argument from sprint to mobility. So he's wrapped himself up in this really weird, illogical bubble where I got no idea. Got no idea what to do. Yeah, power-ups, if you put them on the map, it's fine, because then it functions the way Halo's supposed to function. Then you don't have to alter map design because they can break your map design. That's what power-ups do. Yeah, we can talk about more Halo than people. It's not YouTube drama. It's just, he makes, every time I make a video, he's got to make a video about me. And it's just filled with just like absolute illogical nonsense. So now that's where we're at, basically. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's see here. I don't need a hug, but one thing I've tried to do with my channel is I always try and treat people with respect and I don't really get upset a lot. I don't usually get angry at individuals, and I've tried to kind of live by that. But the thing is when you come out and you say, hey, I'm gonna try not to be a dick, and then you ever lose your temper one time, then they feel like they have something against you and they try to expose you, right? Then it's like, oh, look, Favyn lost his temper. He called somebody a moron. Guess he's not so nice after all. Guess he doesn't care about other people, which is, of course, nonsense. No, GLL is the most anti 343 person on YouTube. So it's not like they don't like me because I'm negative. Do I have hope in 343? Do you think Halo 6 will be the next Halo 3? I don't think Halo 6 will be the next Halo 3, and I don't have a lot of hope in 343. I think their management is very, very poor. He's fine with Sprint because he's in this really weird category where basically like Reach is his favorite video game, or one of his favorite video games, his favorite Halo, and he will defend every feature that was present in that game, but he hates 343. So he's in that really weird category where he loves Reach but hates Halo 4 and 5, despite Halo 4 and 5 building on certain components of Reach while also discarding some of the things it did good. Hey, take care. Have a good one. I think he might be trying to bait me into making a video response about him, because I could absolutely make a video response and just destroy him. But I don't really want to give him the attention, because it's not like anybody... There's maybe 5 people in the world that think he has any sort of credibility whatsoever. So it's not like I feel the need to debunk his arguments. He debunks them themselves by how illogical they are. But it's still frustrating for me, because I'm always trying to change people's minds, and I feel like I always have a pretty compelling argument, and to see somebody so convicted in their ways despite it being so absolutely out there stupid, that's what frustrates me. That's what to see how confident he is in this horrible way of thinking is what frustrates me. It's not like I think he's influencing people. I don't. There's a few people that are already really dumb that aren't going to, change their mind, that follow him, that, it's frustrating, because it frustrates me that someone could think like that, really, to be honest. What I think about Halo 5's vehicle combat, I don't really know. I don't really play Warzone at all, so I don't get to play with vehicles. Yep, that's probably a different topic entirely. Bum, 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 bum. My favorite non-Halo games? Well, I like Titanfall 2 right now, but I'm a big fan of RPGs. I really like the Dark Souls series. I'm pretty excited. I really like horror games. I'm a big fan of Dead Space. I hope Dead Space 4 comes out soon. Looking forward to Resident Evil 7 at the end of this month. So I like a wide spectrum of games. Installation 01, yeah, I'm actually in some private testing for that right now. They don't want me to make videos on it yet because it's not really at a showing state, but I am working on it. I'm in close communication with the team there, and you'll know more about it soon. My favorite COD is... I want to say COD 4, but honestly, Black Ops 1 was a really fun Call of Duty for me. I really enjoyed that one. So I might say Call of Duty, Black Ops 1. Dark Souls 3, in my opinion, Dark Souls 3 is one of the better ones. I think it's definitely better than 2. I enjoyed it more than Bloodborne by a little bit. Actually, maybe I definitely enjoyed it more than Bloodborne, so I'd say it's up there with the original for me, and I think that's a pretty good compliment because Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 I think are really really good games. Marty O'Donnell might come to 343. Do you think that if 343 made a game with Halo 5's mechanics that was a new IP, it would be received better? Yeah, and I hopefully they could kind of create a completely new art style. And honestly, even their sandbox design would fit more of a new IP. All of their weapons are iterative. They are based on pre-existing weapons, right? The scatter shot is just a Promethean shotgun. The light rifle is just a Promethean precision weapon. The binary rifle is just a Promethean sniper rifle. None of their weapons are unique at all. They're just completely iterative, which is kind of at odds with Halo's arena-esque format. So definitely I think that gameplay and that style and just their way of thinking would better suit a completely new IP, and I'd revert Halo back to the way it is. Yeah, I didn't really like Dark Souls 2, Castus. Do I think I could see a horror style Halo game? It's just, what are you building that for? Who are you making that for? Are you making that for Halo fans, or are you making that for horror fans? It just kind of feels like a weird um feels like a weird combination to me. I know some people think, "Oh, it'd be great with the flood," but I don't know. I don't think that works. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't make that. Am I a sports fan? Yeah, I'm a big sports fan. I like right now I watch football, baseball, hockey, and basketball. I'm Bay Area, so my best gun in your favorite Titan. I actually like the flat line. I think it's got a really cool recoil pattern, how you can just kind of mow people down. My best Titan's Tone, but that's everybody's best Titan. Do you ever discuss topics other than games? You have a radio talk show host voice. No, you know what? I definitely just stick to games. I feel like it's a lot easier to be objective in certain logical spectrums. When for instance, if I were to get into politics, that would frustrate the hell out of me. I couldn't do it. There's so many stupid people out there that have so many wacky political ideas. It would be so frustrating to me to try and explain something because I already know what counter arguments are coming and I just don't want to deal with that. So I'm not going to ever get into pretty much anything else. I'm just not interested. This is kind of where I'm confident in. Would I ever make a Discord server for fans? So that's interesting because I just set up my Patreon account, which is in the settings, and basically what I have is a private Discord for all of my. It basically, if even if you give $1, you get access to the Discord channel where you can always be in contact with me, and that's kind of the reward or whatever I set up for my Patreon. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking I'll go with the Discord situation. What's the story with the giveaway right now? I have the 4 copies, or let me see. No, two of them are done. So what I have is I have 2 physical Xbox One copies, and I have 1 digital PS4 copy. No, Visceral isn't closed. Visceral's making Battlefield right now. At least that's as far as I know. Unless that just happened. No PC. No, I don't have any other PC copies. The PC copy they gave me is the one I tried to use to play earlier today. How would you win Titanfall 2? I would pick you, and then I would tell you on stream, and then you'd go yay, and then you'd go to my Twitter account and follow me, and then send me a message, and I will PM you with details. That's how it'll work. And I will pick a winner. I'll do one right now. I'll pick a winner. So let's see. If you don't have Twitter, then I will figure out something. Pippin, what was your question? Okay, just if you want to copy, put a message down that you want to copy, and I'll just randomly use my eyes to pick somebody. Go, 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 go. Oh shoot, that was a lot of comments. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay, Dark-Hearted Assassin is the winner. So, Dark-Hearted Assassin, send me a message on Twitter, and I will give you the first copy of the stream. Bum, 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 bum. That selection process, though. Well, hey, you know what? Everything's RNG. It just, I wouldn't want to, at least it's someone who follows me and is watching the stream. Okay, so now I have one physical Xbox One copy and one PS4 copy. It was just as random as any other random. Just as random as any other random. Do you believe there will be a new Halo ODST game? Probably not. I think Liam the Leopard wants it really, really bad, guys. Do you guys want to give him the copy, or do you want to say no, no, no and make it random again? So put either Liam or random. Oh man, there's a lot. Oh man, Liam, you don't gotta shout me out on your channel. It's all good. But you still might not get it. I'm thinking. Let him have it. Random. Liam really wants it. We'll trade nudes for Titanfall 2. Alright, Liam, I'm going to give it to you. There's a lot of people that want you to have it, so I'm going to give it to you. I still have one copy left, so for those upset that I just, that was like a democracy. It was a vote. Yeah, it's a PS4 digital code, so at least you'd be able to play it right away. Rip everyone who has an Xbox. To be fair, I mean, there were a lot of people that wanted him to have it, and if it's going to be random anyway, it might as well be somebody that everybody was rooting for, you know? Yeah, you're right. He's completely just like left. Oh, there he is. Not welcome, Liam. If you're pissed off at Liam, say, Liam, how could you? I want to see how many people are pissed off at Liam. Oh, shit. Oh, there was still, even in that barrage, there was support for Liam. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Well, if you think about it, I can only pick a couple of winners anyway. So it's hard to, and I don't really like just randomly picking somebody. It's kind of, there's something that's a little more interesting that everybody kind of wanted him to have it, or a lot of people wanted him to have it. Dick's out for Liam. Is Dick's out for Liam support? Yeah, if you support Liam, say Dick's out for Liam. But not literally. Nice. No luck's given. Vagina in for Liam. Dick's out for Liam. Dick's... Oh, that's a little messed up. A metaphorical dick's out for Liam. Alright. So there were a lot of people that wanted him to win it. So I'm glad, Liam. I saw your comment as well on the randomly chosen video. The video I made a few weeks ago. I saw your comment there, and you didn't win that. So I know you've been trying to win this for a while, and I'm glad everybody wanted you to have it. Angry Little Alchemist. I mean, I still got a PS4 code that you can randomly win if you want that. Wanted to enter a straw poll. I wonder, can I do polls? I thought I could do polls on here. I guess I can't. No, I can't do polls. Oh well. Why no PC codes? They gave me 2 PC codes. And here's another disclaimer for the PS4 code. They gave me 3 codes. They gave me 1 PS4 code and 2 PC codes. The first PC code I entered didn't work. The second one did, and that's how I got it on my account. So the PS4 code may or may not work, and if it doesn't, well, that fucking sucks because that blows. But it should. They send it to me, so it should work. Oh man. I could do something really, really douchebaggy and just be like first to. I could be like the biggest douchebag in the world and like tie it into my Patreon account, but I'm not going to. That is the opposite of the type of YouTuber I am. That would be hilarious though. It's just like, oh, if you're the 10th patron, you get it. I'm not going to be a douche. Don't worry. I'm not going to do that. Caller number 9. This is a YouTube live chat, not a comment section. You better not, lol. Look at these weebs. Final giveaway. Final giveaway at 45 minutes. At 3:30 for the PS4 code. That's a little... If that's okay with you guys, I guess that's fine. You talk a lot about Halo multiplayer, but how do you feel about the single player of each game? Well, it depends on the game. I've liked a lot of the Halo campaigns. I hate Halo 5's campaign. 3:30. Will I expand outside of mainly Halo videos? Yeah, I always plan on talking about anything that I find interesting. Honestly, my COD videos do really well. Every time I've talked about Call of Duty, I've gotten lots of good viewership. So it's not like I can't... It's not like there's no audience for other stuff. Do I even think 343 is capable of making a good Halo game? Not really. Not with the way things are over there. Not with the management that they have. Not with the direction that they're going in. So no, I don't think so. I think they have talented people there. I think they have smart, really good people there, but they just don't have a good direction to go in. General consensus on Halo 4's campaign is that it was pretty well told. It was a pretty well told story, but same thing, stuff like art style and just certain things about it weren't very good. Again, the thing with Halo 4 is I actually think the story was told pretty dang well, but the story itself was uninteresting to me. I don't find the Prometheans interesting. I don't find Infinity interesting. I don't find the whole Requiem thing interesting. It wasn't an interesting story regardless of how well it was told. Pippin, I keep missing your question. Okay, I will not answer any more questions until Pippin does it. And I promise I will answer it this time. Let's see. But while he writes it, my favorite game of top 3 games of 2016, favorite game of all time. Favorite game of all time is that's a tough one. Probably Halo 3. Probably going to be Halo 3. Second game of all time, probably going to be Resident Evil 4. Top 3 games of 2016 are Dark Souls 3, Titanfall 2, and maybe Gears of War 4. I definitely enjoyed it. Bum, 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 bum. What did I think of 2016? For gaming, I thought it was a pretty good year. For people, I thought it was a shitty year. Bum, 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 bum. Wow, Pippin, killing me. Halo to have ended when Bungie left Microsoft. Anyways, what RPG games you got, Favyn? And anything else in the RPG genre, like tabletop? RPG? I don't play tabletop games. RPGs, I like the Dark Souls series. I definitely prefer Western RPGs to Japanese. But I do like some JRPGs. Like, I like Pokemon. I'm playing Final Fantasy 15 right now, even though that's a little different than the rest of those games. There's definitely been a few Japanese games I've enjoyed, but I definitely big fan of Dark Souls, big fan of Bethesda open world games like Fallout and Elder Scrolls. I liked Mass Effect 2 a lot. Let me think. What other RPGs have I really enjoyed? So that's the ones that come to the top of my head. Biggest criticism of Halo 3. Biggest criticism of Halo 3 was probably the netcode. It didn't run very well. Have I played the Metro games? Yes, I've played both of them. Titanfall 2. I think Titanfall 2... Well, I have a big video on Titanfall 2 called Why Titanfall 2 is Both Better and Worse Than the Original. So if you want my opinion on it, I'd check out that video. Would I rather watch paint dry or play Halo 5? I'd rather play Halo 5. I don't hate Halo 5. I don't know. Like, I sometimes I feel like I hate it. Sometimes I just feel like it's really bad, especially when the aiming wasn't functioning properly. But it's mechanically it's not the worst thing ever. So I guess I'd rather play it than watch paint dry, but it's definitely not the direction I want the series to go in. Thoughts on Binding of Isaac? I really like Binding of Isaac. I think it's a great concept, a great game with a lot of replayability. Will microtransactions ever get better or completely go away? I think you'll always see them. I think they will get better. I think we'll start seeing less of this RNG loot-based system in almost every game because it sucks. Alright, take care, man. Any games I'm excited about for 2017? Right now, Resident Evil 7 is what I'm excited about. Hey, sweet. Hey, no problem, Liam. Message me and I'll try and get you that copy. Do I play any MOBAs? No, not too much. I've dabbled in them, but it's not something I use too much. Alright, take care, guys who are leaving. My PC specs, I have a GTX 980, I think 8 gigs of RAM, internal cooling, water. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na-na. Thoughts on Star Citizen? Guess we'll have to see. Liam, you will get your copy. I acknowledge you. Do I think that the lower amount of Xbox Ones compared to the 360 is the reason Xbox One exclusives are getting microtransactions? Well, the thing is the reason Xbox Ones are selling less than Xbox 360s are because of shitty business practices. Because when Microsoft came out, they wanted to implement a bunch of shitty business practices, and the entire gamer world turned on them and went to Sony because Sony just shat all over them at E3. So for them to be losing because of initial bad business practices, I don't know how implementing even more of those will make anything better. So it might be in some backwards logic that that's exactly what they're doing. It's just stupid if that's what they're doing. Oh yeah, Don Matrick, here's another one of those things. If I were them, I would move on from the Xbox One and I would focus on the Scorpio, unless it's super expensive. But them trying to always keep everybody happy, like, oh, we're also going to support Xbox One while we're supporting Scorpio. It's like, okay, well now I feel like Scorpio's not going to be that great. Like Scorpio's not going to be that big of an upgrade if software's compatible on both. You know what I mean? Favyn, thoughts on weapons grade? I like weapons grade. Um, I've talked to him a bit. I've played with him. He's quite a bit younger than me, but he's pretty smart. He has some good ideas. He's made some good videos. But the reason people aren't buying Halo and Gears is because they keep fucking up with those series. Thoughts on Keemstar? I don't have any opinions on fucking Keemstar. I don't even watch that dude. I just hear a bunch of drama about him. I have a question I've always wanted to ask. If you were to have the option to join any game company, which one would you join, or would you go indie? I mean, I tried to get a job at Respawn and they didn't hire me. Just on like the community team. And they said they don't hire for entry level. I'd work for 343. I'd go over there and I'd say, hey, this is what I do. I'd try and work over there. I'd work at Visceral Studios because they're nearby, and I really liked the Dead Space games, even though I didn't like Hardline at all. I'd work, those are some studios I'd consider. I'd work at quite a few places if I could. Thoughts on Leafy? Same thing. Don't watch that kid. What game dev experience do I have? I don't have any experience actually creating games. What I have is experience, I've done a lot of research and I've done a lot of studying, and I went to school for it. I actually went to the Academy of Art in San Francisco for game design. Now, that's not a freaking qualification by any means. I wasn't there for very long. But I've taken programming classes, not very good, but I understand it. I've taken animation classes, I've taken drawing classes, I've taken design principle classes. So I've never shipped a game, but I've done a lot of studying. How do I come up with my YouTube name? It's a secret. What genre do I think is underrated and has potential to become as popular as the shooter genre currently is? It's tough. That's a tough one. I would have said the creation genre, which is like the Minecraft Terraria thing, even though that's already really big. But the thing about that is I think people tend to kind of pick one and latch onto it, and that means all the new ones that are coming out, people are already invested in Minecraft or Terraria or something, and so chances are they won't move on. As for what genre I think could become as popular, I mean, shooters are so accessible and they're so easy. I don't know if anything could take out a shooter. I mean, platformers are already so big. I don't know if there's anything that could become ascend and become bigger. I know RPGs are really catching on, but that lacks a social aspect. Really, honestly, if I had to pick something, I think I might say like Dark Souls inspired games, not necessarily in gameplay, but games that challenge you, games that are harder and don't hold your hand. I think that niche has grown, and I think that's going into the mainstream, where those games, they're almost like a trial by fire or something like that. They're a testament to your skill as a gamer. They're almost like a trophy that if you beat Dark Souls, you have credibility, or if you've played and beat Dark Souls 3. So I think those games are actually on the rise, and I think that's my answer. I think challenge-based games like Dark Souls, like Nioh, that are coming out, stuff like that. PC versus console? Well, I think PC's just killing console right now. I like the idea of a console. I wish there was a good one that was out there right now, but I think PC's quite a bit better than console. Thoughts on ukulele? That's a cool idea. I'll check it out. Is my name an acronym? It is not. Someone should come up with a funny acronym, though. Yeah, Hokey Bird. Those games. The thing is those games were being cycled out by how handholdy games were. But I think Dark Souls and its success has hopefully shown companies that gamers are accepting of challenges. Gamers like challenges. There's that's a very rewarding style of game. So hopefully the hand-holding will decrease and we'll see more games that try to challenge you as a player. Would I ever consider doing a Let's Play? I would love to see you do a Let's Play of Halo 5 so you can discuss what you don't like. Well, the first half of that question, I would have said no way. I don't have any interest in doing Let's Plays. And let's be honest. How many Let's Players do you watch? You know, the thing about Let's Plays is it doesn't bring in anybody new. Everybody already has a Let's Play channel that they watch. They're not gonna come to my channel and watch me do it. I'm not gonna grow by doing that. But the idea of playing through a game and analyzing it at the same time is an interesting concept. And if I ever got bigger and if I ever was able to do YouTube full time, I might expand my current brand of content and maybe do a little thing like that. I've answered the B. Dobbins question quite a bit. Simo, I think he's fine. He makes some decent stuff. But I'm not I'm not his biggest fan. He makes okay videos. Quite frankly, I think I'm smarter than him. I think I know more about some of things than he does. But he's definitely smart when it comes to kind of business decisions. He's pretty good at laying those out and showing you corporate greed, I think, is one of his strengths. When it comes to gameplay, I think I'm quite a bit better, if I do say so myself. What thing does he do wrong, though? I think one thing I don't really like is he's cocky to the point where it's almost uncomfortable. I don't really like it when he talks about screwing his girlfriend and having a hot fuck. I was kind of like, dude, keep that stuff private. But that's just because I'm more private about those things in my relationship, where I don't want to expose any intimate details and stuff like that. Let's see. Fuzzy ape vaginas yield newborns. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good acronym. What about my relationship with the Moa of Life? Not sure if you know about the Moa of Life. The Moa of Life is not something that you hit and quit. It's something you always keep with you. And my girlfriend just has to deal with that. She just has to deal with being second. You know what I mean? Have I seen Rogue One? If so, thoughts on it? No spoilers, but yeah, I liked it. It's pretty good. Although in the movie theater, I'm pretty freaking OCD about everything. I'm very detail oriented. In my movie theater, there was a big seam running down the screen, and in certain lighting, in certain shots, that screen was super visible and it was super distracting. And just the entire movie was like a battle of me trying to tell myself to ignore the screen and not pay attention to it, and then battling and also like readjusting myself. So my OCD just ruined my experience with that movie, basically. Do I think Halo 6 could learn from Titanfall 2 gameplay-wise? Hell no. If Halo 6 is anything like Titanfall 2 gameplay-wise, I will never touch it. Why would I? I have Titanfall 2. Why would I want Halo 6 to play like Titanfall 2 if I already have Titanfall 2 and play it all the time? You know what I mean? And that's why the logic is so stupid. Like, oh, let's make it more like COD because that's what the kids like. It's like, if the kids are already playing COD, they'll just keep playing COD. They won't switch over to your shitty COD ripoff. I don't think Halo should learn from anything other than Halo. Do you have artistic abilities? I used to be able to draw, but I broke my thumb, and now it's really, or not my thumb, but my ring finger, so it's a little hard for me. I guess if I had an artistic ability, it would be speaking and writing. Do you think that future installments in popular game franchises could learn from the Doom reboot? I don't think they could learn from it from the standpoint that they should copy its design ideas. I think they could learn from it on how it went about implementing those ideas, which is to go back to an old-fashioned style and to diverge from the trends and to try and be unique. So yeah, they could learn from Doom from the standpoint that Doom was unique and it did very well, and it didn't feel the need to have Sprint or ADS or any of these modern conventions and still succeeded. So hopefully that could inspire more games to try and do their own thing. What does my girlfriend think of my YouTube channel? She doesn't really like it. She doesn't watch my videos. She knows I have one, but she doesn't really care. I broke my finger trying to catch a football, and I never got it fixed, so now I have a giant callus that's grown over, and it's freaking deformed, and it's disgusting. I'm better with keyboard and mouse than controller because, quite frankly, my hands are pretty screwed up, so I can't really draw. But my thumbs are double jointed, and if I'm not used to a certain game, what happens is I'll always be trying to overcompensate, and my thumb will jitter back and forth and almost, dislocate, which makes my analog stick jump. And sometimes you'll see in my Halo 5 gameplay and stuff that I'll just like completely just go off the rails inaccurate, and that's because my thumb locked up on me, and when I got it loose, it jerked my reticle across the screen. So with keyboard and mouse, it doesn't do that. It's a lot more comfortable. It's too late to go back right now. I have a video called uh, "The Best Chance for Halo" as a spinoff where I discuss some of those things. I'd check that out. Kind of like the sniping in the last vid. Yeah, the sniping in the last vid is a perfect example where I just, I tried to adjust. Like sometimes when I try to finely adjust something and I focus it, that's exactly how I lock my thumb. So then when I move it to make a slight adjustment, it pops and it jerks across the screen. So it's really frustrating with a controller. But here's the thing: if I play a game long enough, I can get used to the control scheme and my body kind of adjusts to it. But I never play Halo 5 long enough to get used to it. But if you watch some of my very early Halo 5 videos, like my Halo 5 review, my gameplay is actually pretty good, and I actually do pretty good in it. That's because I had been playing it all week for the review, and I had adjusted for it. I should make more games, or I should make more videos about other games. Yeah, I think I'm going to. It's just, it's hard. It's hard to always come up with new content, and I'm passionate about Halo, and I have a lot of ideas about Halo. So sometimes I'll make a lot of Halo videos because that's what I'm thinking about, and I'm inspired, and I want to hop on my computer and I want to start writing. So that's why. If I make a Halo video, it's because I want to. If I make another video, it's because I want to. Best game I've ever played. Like, as in my favorite, or as far as overall quality, I guess my favorite would be Halo 3, like I said. Halo hasn't overstayed its welcome. Nobody gives a shit about it anymore. People in the Halo community want to act like it's super alive and prospering and great. But if Halo ever gets brought up on, like, another channel, like, I saw an upvote, I saw a video on our gaming, not our Halo, our gaming, and someone said, "Oh, I remember back when Halo was actually good," and it had 3,000 upvotes. Okay, and it was just a comment. It wasn't even an original post. It was just a comment on one of those posts and had 3,000 upvotes. Oh, I wish Halo was good again. If that comment was on our Halo, they downvote it to hell. So, don't let the ideas of the people already in the Halo community, detract you from the other people who have already left. Because just in that one comment, there were 3,000 people who upvoted that said, "Oh, I'm not interested in Halo anymore." Mr. Popo, that is a very loaded question. I don't think I have the mental strength to answer that question right now. If you're going to give the Halo franchise with complete freedom with the story, but if you were given the Halo franchise with complete freedom with the story, what would you realistically do with it? I would, honestly, and this might not be popular, I'd leave this entire arc behind. I'd put it like 100 years in the future. I'd distance myself from this story, and I'd focus on a Halo versus a new Covenant that has rebuilt itself. I think the idea behind a Covenant that is compiled of all of these races controlled by this basically false religion, that's such a more interesting idea and concept, explorable concept, than an AI decided it's evil now and now it's going to take over the world. That's not interesting. They had such a cool idea when they had this other alien race, the Forerunner, as this mysterious backdrop for that conflict, with this flood as this wild card that was interjected. It was so interesting thematically. So I distance myself. I just, like, 100 years in the future, we're going to have new characters, we're going to have new people, and we're going to have a new conflict, but we're going to base it on basically the Covenant making a return. And I don't have all the story points filled out, but that might be what I do. Do I prefer more realistic games like Battlefield and Rainbow Six Siege, or more out there games like Titanfall and Halo? The great thing about video games is it allows for both, and I like all four of those games that you just mentioned. I love Rainbow Six Siege, and I love it because it's so realistic. I love how the gameplay in that game is, if you get shot in the head with any gun, you're dead. And that's a really satisfying experience to land a headshot, one headshot, and kill somebody, but it's also a really intense experience because you know you can get taken out at any time. I really like that dynamic. I definitely like games like that, but I also like fantasy games like Halo and Titanfall because it allows you to do things that aren't real, that aren't possible, and that are only possible to you through video games. I like both. How about my opinion on the stage of rapid advancement of technology? How do you see the world in 30 years? What new social problems could arise from the advancement of technology? The social problems are always going to come from stupid people. Okay, if people want to get offended by technology, then it's because they, as a person, are stupid. Unless the technology was actually like, damaged your privacy, for instance, which is another issue. But as far as just advancements in technology, as far as making things easier on people, I love technology. So I don't know. I usually think that's more of a people issue unless it actually invades a person's privacy. I see it continuing to grow. I think virtual reality is finally starting to become a thing, and it's already in a really good state. And I think in 30 years there'll be a virtual reality headset in every household. I don't know. I think we'll see. We'll see. I could talk for a while about that, but I'm going to let it go now. Or best paying job. Thanks very much. Love your videos. I didn't see any comment. Did you like Halo Machinima? If so, which one was your favorite? When Machinima actually made Halo Machinima, I was on that channel all the time. Every Saturday I'd wake up to watch the new Digital Fear episode, and I loved all of his Machinimas. I watched Hard Justice. I watched It Was a Wonderful Life. I watched Arby and the Chief. I watched what was his other episode? What was his other series? I can't think of it. Not Hard Justice, not... I can't remember. Favorite podcast? Don't watch podcasts. Don't have time. One Life Remaining, that's it. Yeah, thanks, Crafter. I liked One Life Remaining as well. My Rafflecopter goes soy, soy, soy. Yeah. Arby and the Chief. I kind of feel bad. And that's a great example. That dude he still makes Arby and the Chief episodes, and those would get millions of views every Saturday morning. And now barely any people even knows that the show's still going on. And if you think that Halo is even remotely close to as popular and influential as it was, you're wrong. People don't care. All the big Halo channels, they had to move on and become something else. How good does Titanfall 2 feel on first play? It felt a little rigid for me. But what I did is on my Xbox controller, I switched to raw inputs. I don't like, because of my thumb issue and my issue with control, I don't like artificial barriers on a controller. I don't like, dead zones and sensitivity and aim acceleration and stuff like that. I just like the raw inputs. So I'm glad they had a function like that for Titanfall 2, and that's what I use. What's my favorite thing to eat for breakfast? Ooh, that's naughty. Better not answer that one. Let's see. Ever play BioShock? Yeah, I've played BioShock. I've never watched Phil, sorry. Would I do 1 hour videos to 1.5 hour long? I don't think I ever would. Mainly because I don't think I'd ever watch a video that was over an hour long. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. Like, if I saw that video, it doesn't matter how interesting the topic was, I'd be like, I can't watch that right now. So even at 30 minutes, I feel like I don't want to have videos over 30 minutes long. If I'm in the 20s, I'm okay with it. I'd like to be in the 8 to 20 minute range personally. I know this may be a bit off topic, but I'm choosing my subjects for my future career, and I'm not sure what to base my choices on. Possibly favorite job, favorite subjects, or best paying career. Well, I'm having that problem too, so I don't really know if I can give advice on it. I'm doing YouTube, which is something I love to do, and it's something I'd like to do professionally, or at least be in games journalism or work in the industry, because that's what makes me happy. But it's also not the best financial thing for me to do. So I'm also being a real estate agent, which is something I can make a lot of money doing. But it's something that takes time to build, to actually make money. And then I'm working as a painter, which isn't fun, which isn't lucrative, but I can get paid right now. So basically, I'm trying to figure out the exact same thing you're trying to figure out right now. How does broken YouTube affect you? Man, I don't know. I feel like it's affecting me negatively. I see I'm losing subscribers sometimes. I don't know. I hope, if there's a problem, I hope it gets fixed. Because it sucked to put in a lot of effort and work and not be making as much headway as I could because of a shitty YouTube problem. Rise of the Spartans, yep, I've seen that. I'm not saying there aren't any videos that are over an hour long that aren't good. I'm sure there are. I just know there's a lot of people, including myself, that would find it hard to justify an hour-long video. Can I do some actual gameplay, please? I could try. There's no guarantee it'd work. Yeah, 2 different movement systems would divide the community. How do you think of games like COD? After playing Battlefield 1 and seeing how much respect it gives to the subject matter, what do you think of games like COD going down the war is awesome bra route? You can't get political about a video game. There's a lot of video games that deal with war, that deal with violence, that glamorize it, that make it funny. So rather than saying, oh, COD is disrespectful to the subject matter because it makes it less serious, I don't think it's really fair to Call of Duty. It's more of a compliment to Battlefield for being a different kind of game, for dealing with those aspects. So it's not a slight on COD. It's more of a, hey, this is Battlefield. We're gonna look at it from a more serious perspective. My least favorite Titan in Titanfall 2, probably Ronin. Actually, I don't play Ronin. Mainly because he's the most fragile Titan, but he's also the Titan that requires you to be the closest and the most in the middle of the action. I know a lot of people like him, but I don't really like his playstyle. He has a big sword that does damage, but then his primary weapon is a shotgun, so he's almost completely up close. Yeah, I played Halo CE on PC. I played on Xbox first, but I've played it on PC. North Star I feel like is a bit underpowered right now, but it's got a lot of potential and a lot of damage potential, I guess. I think it's a cool Titan. I like it. my giveaway, I'm giving away a PS4 code in 10 minutes. Do I think Titanfall 2 will have as much influence as the original Halos did? Will have as much influence as the original Halos did. No. I don't think Titanfall 2 is doing very well right now. Or it's not doing as well as I'd hope it would be. Yes, it's supposed to be a black screen. I had a lot of issues. I had about 2 hours worth of technical issues trying to get games to function. And I just couldn't get it to work, and I wanted to give away these copies, and it wanted to answer some questions, and so I just decided to let the gameplay be a black screen just because it was functioning correctly. We'll figure out how I'll give away the PS4 code in a second. And also, just letting you know, as a disclaimer, the PS4 code might not work. I was given 3 codes. One of them didn't work, and the other one did, and the PS4 code is the other one. So, it should work. It was given to me by Respawn, but we'll see. I will be sad when you can't do this if you get more subs. This is great. It's hard to read all right now. Yeah, it is hard to read all, and it's hard to answer every question. But I will still do this regardless of how many subs I have, even if it gets super overwhelming. It's cool to have about 40 to 50 people like we've had, even though we're nearing the end of the live stream now. Do you think there will be a Titanfall 3? I don't know. I hope so. I think a Titanfall 3 would be just about perfect now that they'll be able to take what they learned from 1 and 2 to make 3. I think that'd be a really good game. Someone come up with an idea for the PS4 code giveaway. Someone come up with how I should do it. Boom, 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 boom. Let me check my my Patreon account. Bloop. Let's see if I have even one. Nope. Oh yeah. Success. Here, you guys can see what I'm working with here. Bloop. Boom, 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 boom. The best Favyn acronym. The best joke. Type in the code with the last letter, number. Okay, how about this? I could do it as a race. I could put the code on the screen, and then you guys can race for it. Would that be okay? Who wants to do that? Say yes for race, say no for no race. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Yes, go for it. Liam. Liam, yes. No. Yes. Liam, yes. Takes out for race. No, Liam, don't care. It could be laggy and delay people. Yeah, I don't know. Some people might be watching on a delay, which isn't really fair. But it's no more fair or less fair than just picking a random person. So, get that right there. 0. Will trade drugs. Halo 6, give me the PS4 code. Is it a USA code? I'm assuming it is. I'm not sure if it matters. Guess the number I'm thinking of? Nah. Okay, I gotta take this off because I gotta bring the code up. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. I don't mind the idea of if you can guess the first digit and the last digit of the code, you get it. I don't mind that idea. You guys like that idea? It'd be kind of fun. It might take a while. Boom, 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 boom. Oh shit. Oh man. Here's the thing. I might have to sign out of my account to bring it up. Wouldn't that be funny if trying to get into my other account it cuts off on me? Here we go. If it does cut off, bum, 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 bum. That is not the correct password. Sorry. Na, 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 na. A roast contest? Nah. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I have the PS4 code. So, we're either going to do it one way. We're either going to make it a race. I'll show the code on screen, and you guys can race to use it. Or, what we'll do is we can do the guessing game, where you can guess the first digit of the code and the last digit, and if you're the first one to guess it, you get the code. So, you guys, first we'll vote for which one do you want to do. Either race or guessing game. Guess, guess. Dicks out, guess, 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 guessing game, guess. Hey, Favyn, guess. Prepare the PS4, guess, guess. Okay, we're doing the guessing game. Alright, don't start it until I say. Anything you say, anything that you put until I say it does not count. We will start at exactly 3:30 when I say boop. Okay. That is not a PS4 code. That is a fake code. That PS4 codes are only 15 digits. Any number and any letter, yeah. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Nothing so far. This is overwhelming as shit. Nothing yet still. I am very good at reading everything. Don't worry, I got you. People have been close. People have been close. Now, something like this would be impossible with too many people. This is barely manageable. Oh, shoot. Oh, someone got really close. Someone got super close. Oh, stop. It's there. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Okay, so we have a total absolute heartbreaker. I was almost positive that Daniel was going to get it because he was going Q1, Q2, Q3, and the answer is Q4. So the person I see got that is H8TRFFC17. Yeah, it was Q4. And the first person I see that, I was like, Daniel's got it. He's got the right idea. He's going to do it. And he stopped. I'm like, no, Daniel. No, Daniel. And so, it was H8TR. H8TRFFC17. You are the winner of the PS4 code. I will go back and check just to make sure no one else did that before. Yeah, there were a few people. As soon as Daniel started doing that, I saw other people start like the Q1, 2, 3, and I'm like, oh, people are getting there. YouTube stopped me sending messages, possibly. So rip Daniel. I am very sorry, Daniel. That was for sure. That was for sure fun. But yeah, so the winner, please send me a message on Twitter or follow me on Twitter and send me a message. You are the winner of the PS4 code. I hope it works. I did give you a disclaimer that of the 3 codes that were given to me, some of them did not work. But if it doesn't work, I can try to contact them and say, hey, I was given a faulty code and I tried to do it on a giveaway and it didn't work. So there'll be stuff we can do. Another Daniel had Q4. That's a bummer. It is Q4. That was pretty fun, though. It's interesting. Alright, take care, Regular Q. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, man. Let me see. I'm just gonna run through and this. I'm just gonna run through real quick. This is how I should have done it for all of them. That was fun. That was way better than randomly picking Liam. Oh man, we had a couple close ones. Someone put Blaze Fires, put Q3 earlier and almost had it. Considering no one's screaming, oh, I had put Q4, pretty good indication that you are the winner, sir. You lie. You didn't put no Q4. I just went through and checked them all. Thanks for checking out the stream today, guys. I haven't got any messages yet. Oh, someone just followed me. So if you are the winner of the PS4 code, go on to my Twitter. The link is in the description. And send me a message. And I will get you the code. Oh, there you are. Okay. Alright, I'm sending it to you now. So I'm going to get off in about 5 minutes here. It's been fun. Sorry I couldn't get the gameplay to work. But hopefully you guys had a fun, enjoyable time regardless. I don't like Doom's map creation mode. Doom's map creation mode seems very blocky. It's like room by room. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I prefer Forge. I do. Dark-Hearted Assassin, you want a game? Of course you like to stream. You guys want me to check my Patreon? No idea why. I got one! Hey, man, I really appreciate that. That means a whole lot to have a donator. Sweet, so I now have one patron for $4 a month. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Basically, it's not like you pay. From what I understand, you set it up, and after a month, it'll charge you. So don't worry about it. You got the $5 club package. Yeah, it won't charge you until later this month. Don't worry about it. What's your favorite Halo campaign in terms of gameplay? If I ever get, a decent Patreon audience, I might do Patreon exclusive streams and stuff. This is a work in progress for me. I'm not going public with it as far as making a video announcing it or anything, because I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it yet. It'd be cool if we hit this $20 a month goal, though. Tell you what. Really appreciate it, Alex. That was very generous. Yes, I will live stream again. I want to do it at least once a month at this point with this level of work that I'm taking on. But eventually, again, it's all like if I ever do this for a living, it'd be, once a week, maybe. Oh, I got another one. Alex, you've started something here. So I got a Favyn patron in the dollar club. So now I'm gonna have to make a Discord channel for all you guys. Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So now I'm up to $5. Sweet. Very generous. You wanted to be the first? Hey, you know what? Being the third is just as good, let me tell you. Hey, H8, thanks a bunch for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the copy. I hope the code worked. Oh, you're the second person? Oh, sweet. That's awesome too. Thanks a trillion. When we get to, if we get to 10 patrons, and I'm not saying it's going to happen tonight. I'm not saying, hey, 18 people that are watching right now, sign up on my Patreon account. But I'll make a Discord account when we get to 10 patrons and set up the patron Discord. That way it's not just like two people and them talking back and forth to each other. We'll trade Patreon donations for nudes. It's gonna have to be a no. I already sent a picture of my face. I can do that again, but that's the best I can do. I will make a video taking my shirt off at 100 patrons. You have my word. I guarantee it. An open Discord? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll have like a different channels, and then I'll have a special one that's for Patreon subscribers only if I can set that up. Yeah, don't worry about it if you can't donate. That's no problem. That $1 a month gave me a better rush than the cocaine I buy each month. Generous. Bum 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 bum. For people that are just joining the stream and they just see like a little Patreon page in the corner of the screen, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Now, the stream's over. As far as the giveaways, I've done all the giveaways. Now I'm just kind of closing it out the last few minutes. So, hey man, Daniel, I really appreciate it. I wanted you to have it. I thought, Daniel, he's been here for a while. He's gonna get it. He's at Q3, and you never came back with anything. I was disappointed. I wanted you to get it. Just so you know, the Make Halo Great Again hashtag, I never started that. That was never me. I've never done that, ever. Never said that. So, it's not really applicable to my channel. Who won? Curious. So, we had on the stream, we had something Assassin who won. We had Liam who won. And then we just had HT who won. Yeah, and they were all winners through different reasons. Assassin, he won through RNG. He just won randomly. Liam's win was a democracy. He wanted it really bad, and I put it to a vote if whether or not we should give it to him or not. And the vote was that I should give it to him, so he got it. And then the third one, which I think was the most interesting, and the one I'll do for all future giveaways, if you guys liked it, was the guessing game, where you guess the first and last letter of a code, and whoever won, yeah, and whoever guessed it won the code. All right, last refresh. All right, so really appreciate the patrons, you guys. That means a lot. It feels good to have a couple patrons, people that would be willing to support the channel financially. I really appreciate that. And the more financial support I get, and it really is, like, you don't have to pay for any of my content, and I would never charge for content, but the reality is that I have to make money doing something, and if I make the more money I make doing this, the more time I can put into it, and that's just the way it works. That's the way reality works. So as much as I'd love to not have to do Patreons and I could just do this all day and talk with you guys, it's not how the world works. Yeah, I'm donating to myself. It was pretty lonely having a 0 sitting there. Also, by the way, anytime you donate, let me know, and I will 100% give you a shout out. 100%. I won't send you nudes, but I'll give you a shout out. Did you set a copy aside for the Mo of Life? No. No, he doesn't play video games. The Daniel that was right under yours. All right, Bames, John. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the questions. Hope you enjoyed the race. It was fun. You've heard what since the beginning of the stream? Oh, the Mo of Life. The Mo of Life is from a few streams ago. We had about 40 to 50 people, and we started a kind of a joke that just kept going throughout the night. So there's a few people on my channel that know about it, and they'll tend to come out every time I do a stream and bring it up, just for the 40 people who know about it to kind of giggle at. Will we ever get a face reveal? I'm going to give Lightsaber the face reveal. Here it comes. Face reveals cost money, though. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, here you go. Get ready for the face. There it is. There it is. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, I remember that plushie. I showed everybody that plushie. You can't afford to pay for a face reveal. Well, you got it for free. There you go. I grew up with Sonic Adventure. I grew up with Sega Dreamcast. Just games like that. Nope. I have blonde hair. There you go. This is an old picture, but there you go. I'm not female. Is there anywhere I've posted my old streams? They're all posted. They're all private listed. I probably won't post them though. I don't want to. I don't want to fill up my feed with a bunch of videos like that. All right, and the face reveal is over. Bloop. What was your question, Pancakes? Boom 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 boom. Oh, you guys can still see what I'm doing. Oh, how about that? Got another patron. Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Someone. There's a third. We're making headway. Hey, later lightsaber, thanks for tuning in. I'm trying to give you a shout out. It was, what minor changes about Titanfall 2 from Titanfall 1 did you like or dislike? For instance, new art style, HUD design, higher time to kill. There were a lot of actually major changes I didn't like. I didn't like the shift in map design. I don't like, for new people coming into the stream, I don't want them, the first thing for them to see is a Patreon donations page. That's kind of cheesy. But I don't like the new map design. The time to kill feels a little too short. There's just a few little things, honestly. Am I going to do some gameplay or anything? The stream's actually winding down. I'm done with the gameplay and the giveaway. So I'm just kind of chilling with the few people that are here. I have Overwatch. Yeah, Pippin, you can add me. By the way, Pippin, he works on installation 01. So that's how we know each other. Will I fix my technical issues for the next stream? The problem is I'd love to do test streams, but every time I try and do a test stream to figure things out, it always gets like notified to everybody and they always show up and I'm like, oh guys, I'm just trying to figure some shit out. My gamer tag is not Sir Campsalot. No. Who will be the last? Just letting us know. We're at $10. That's pretty freaking good. That's pretty good, guys. Pretty happy with that, actually. We're almost we got halfway to my first goal in one stream. That's pretty sweet. Can you add me on PSN? You can. Actually, you can't because I don't remember what my PS name is. Yeah, Pippin, I'm probably going to hit you up for some help on Discord. What do I think of the Ronda Rousey fight? It was horrible. She got knocked the fuck out. Do you have Overwatch and Battlefield 1? If so, which do you think is the better game? I think Overwatch is better than Battlefield 1. I like it a lot more. I have Overwatch on PC, and I have Battlefield 1 on my Xbox. If I had to choose between Darth Maul and Doom Guy, who would you go on a date with? Shit. I don't know. It's really hard because I'm already pretty damn straight. So picking between two dudes is a challenge. And I'm trying to think of which one would be the least gay, but they'd both be pretty gay. So I'm going to have to go with neither on that one, actually. Sorry. Oh no, I never talked about Installation 01 or anything, Pippin. I just said that I'm in talks with you guys and there's some secret stuff going on behind the scenes. Yeah, in my old videos I changed it from Sir Camps a lot to Favyn just because I didn't want anybody to steal it. And I get recognized basically every time I play. What's up, Liam? Liam, you're going to be very pleasantly surprised to find out that I now have 3 patrons, and they all did it in your name. 4 freaking patrons, Liam. 4 patrons. Unbelievable. You guys are making my day. No posts yet, though. Really appreciate it, Frosty Bite. No problem. Don't worry about it. Hold on. Let me get a... There we go. Dun, 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 dun. What's the best way to encourage team play on online multiplayer? Well, some games like Overwatch and Rainbow Six Siege basically require it to be successful, so you can always make it a requirement. Oh, I don't want to lose any comments here. I did see Rogue One. I thought it was cool. Forward Unto Dawn was bad. I agree. Daniel nearly won the code. It's true. Refresh. That's pretty awesome. If I were the head of 343, what would I do for Halo 6? Oh, damn, that's a tough question. Because I've already said I think Halo 6 should be just like Halo 5, just to get a little bit of continuity. But if I could make a Halo game, I probably wouldn't make Halo 6, and I'd make a spin-off with a new story in a new direction. Will I consider Twitch streaming? I would, but I already have an audience and a following on YouTube, and I don't on Twitch, so there wouldn't be a whole lot of people watching. I've streamed on Twitch before, though. We got to get 5 before the end. Oh yeah, that would be super cool to pick up 5 patrons on a stream. That would be pretty sweet. It probably won't happen, but if it did, that would be pretty sweet. You know what? I'm gonna expose myself here. I haven't played Republic Commando. Super bummer, because I've heard a lot of really good things about it. But yeah, I definitely want to try it. post a 30-second vid like the other YouTubers and delete it after the stream ends. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I actually did a guest star on Bulletproof Underwear a couple weeks ago, actually. I was on there. I never answered your question. What's your question? What program do I use to make my videos? I have a few that I use. I don't use any special big-time video editing software. I use an Elgato game capture, and I use the software that comes with to get the videos. Yeah, I use that too. Yeah, I was on Luke the Notable as well. Did I ever play Mechasol? I've never played Mechasol. Never played that. The Last of Us was okay. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm liking it a little bit. Alright, we got 7 minutes. 7 more minutes. The most OP Titanfall 2 weapon, in my opinion, is probably... I don't know. I mean, a lot of people like what's it called? The Devotion? No, I don't think so. The freaking LMG that gets more accurate as it shoots. I think that's the one that everyone's saying is really OP. Yeah, the Hemlock's pretty good too. Noon. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can afford to play with you. Alright, Dark-Hearted Assassin. Take care. Congratulations on the game. Yeah, the Devotion. That's what I said. This is the last 20 minutes have basically just been the time, the donations time. Pippin, you missed me talk about all of Installation 01's secrets. They're super excited about it. They're going to be super pumped to hear it. See you, Watto. Take care. This talks about anything, trucker. You can talk about anything. Yeah. The alternator, I mean, it's a cool idea, but it functions just like everything else, you know? Which is kind of the story of a lot of the Titanfall weapons. The meaning of life is Moa of life. Favorite Halo story for the live chat. My favorite Halo story is I was playing with my buddy, and every time we played Halo 3, we usually just goofed around and tried to have fun. We'd try and get on the mongooses and do stupid stuff. So we got on a mongoose in orbital, and he had the sniper rifle, and I was driving and he was riding in the back. And we drove down the big corridor, and he sniped 3 people on his way down that corridor. And I splattered somebody. I hit the wall. I kept driving. He shot somebody, and I splattered another dude. And we killed, like, I don't know. We killed, like, so many people with this stupid mongoose sniper setup that we had. I have flipped an elephant in Sandtrap yet. Liam, I'm going to need that copy back. The rampant SMG meta on PC, I could see it just because of the mouse and keyboard. If I don't, they would most likely do that, just because the SMGs are pretty good in Titanfall. So, but I don't play it on the PC enough to really give it a meta analysis. Oh yeah, I know. When you flip the elephant, it's like, wait, how do you do that? It's pretty cool. All right, we got. I'm gonna end it in 3 minutes. For the 4 patrons who subscribed during this stream, I really appreciate it. That was very generous of you guys. Last chance if you wanted to join. When I get to 10 patrons, I'm going to open up a special Discord for you guys. So keep that in mind. But yeah, it's been fun. Oh yeah, Pippin. I'll definitely hit you up on that. Yeah, 7th Swell. The meta is definitely very Hemlock and R201 heavy on the consoles. I use the R201 and my buddy uses the Hemlock a lot of the times. Yeah. Spencer Bell, he was one of the donators, so thank you, Spencer Bell. Let me see if I can find him in here. Alex Kapai, thank you very much. I appreciate that, dude. Let me go. There was someone else. Frostbite, I believe, was another one. Thank you very much. Frostbite 6688. And then the last one, I don't know how to say your last name. Is it Kapai? Cappy? I don't know. Oh, I got it. Now you confused me. Bruh, I got you. I got you. Do I like the Volt? Nah, not really. Hey, H8TR. Hey, I really appreciate that. So we found the missing pledge. Oh, nope. It was a new pledge. New pledge. H8 is a new pledge. Really appreciate it. We got to 5. That was the goal. So really, really appreciate that, guys. Really appreciate that. It all matters to me. It's really just, it's almost like the thought just anybody would be willing to support my channel financially. That means a lot to me. All right, it's 4:10. I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A. I hope you had fun, and I will definitely be doing this more often. So I will catch you guys later.